Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rosgod and today we are doing Payback 2016 results, reactions, just like you guys wanted to on the live stream yesterday. I don't actually have the match card in front of me, so if I miss something or I forget something, I really apologize. I'm going to just try and open up a match card up on the screen so I can at least kind of look at it. First off, I want to get these two shout outs out of the way. These were a couple of guys that were watching the live stream yesterday. They said, can I give them a shout out? So shout out to Bruce Dickinson, not the Bruce Dickinson, and Arturo Rosales. Those guys were watching the live stream last night. If you haven't watched that video, if you haven't watched it, I know it's a bit pointless now, but put the network on and watch the video, because, well, put the network on and listen to the video, I should say. It's a little bit of a different experience for you. Anyway, let's get right down to pay-per-view and my reaction. So the opening match was on the pre-show. Unfortunately, it was Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin. I was annoyed that this match ended up being on the pre-show, and it really should have been on the main show, especially because of what happened later on, which I'll get to in a minute. But this match, Dolph Ziggler won, and I was upset because Baron Corbin should have won. Baron Corbin's just been called up from NXT. He's the guy that should have gone over. So I guess this kind of sets up that these guys are going to continue feuding, and it seems like whoever comes up from NXT and gets put into a program immediately with Dolph Ziggler dies. Neville wasn't doing too great, and I think he had a feud with Dolph Ziggler. I might be wrong on that though, so don't quote me and don't get all mad in the comments. And I know Tyler Breeze, his first thing was a feud with Dolph Ziggler, and, well, where's Tyler Breeze? Yeah. Gone. Instead of gorgeous? Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Anyway, so that was that match. It was a good match, though. Not as long as I thought it was going to be, but it was a decent match, and again, it was just kind of surprising to see Dolph Ziggler win, with like a cheeky roll-up as well. Cheeky roll-up. And then we had Kalisto, Ryback, again on the pre-show. Again, the same result that I was expecting happened. It was Kalisto that beat Ryback in a very good match. You saw your Salida del Sols that you were expecting. Ryback did a frog splash off the top rope, which I really wasn't expecting, and it looked decent. They tried some new things that they don't usually do, and I made a comment on the live stream how Ryback had this belt on and it said like pre-showstopper instead of showstopper, so he knows that he's just stuck on the pre-show now, which I thought was kind of funny. But it was a good match. It was a really good match. It definitely got me hyped. Excuse me, I lost my voice yesterday. It definitely got me hyped for the pay-per-view. The next match, it's interesting because I've just got pictures up and they all happened in this order. We had Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. This match could have been match of the night. But I'll get to why it was. Oh no, sorry, this isn't the next match. I will go back and cover the Sami Zayn Sami Zayn Owens. I want to try to do them in order. So the next match was Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillains. So New Day came out, cut a great promo, don't you dare be sour, and then they took a seat at ringside on like some big cushions. New Day, they do whatever they want. Then Enzo and Cass came out, they cut a great promo. Then the Vaudevillains came out. Then the match started. Then about 2.5 minutes later, the match ended. I wouldn't call it the worst match on the card because it ended due to injury. So Enzo looked like he was trying to do a baseball slide underneath the bottom rope, and I'm not sure if it was his fault or if it was Simon Gotch's fault because he was the one throwing him, but either way, his head hit the second rope along with his shoulder, then his head hit the ring apron, then his head hit the floor, then he was out. Like, he was just he was knocked out before he hit the floor, but then he hit the floor. Big Cass came over, checked on him. Big Cass was crying in the corner, apparently. I didn't see that. New Day were apparently live streaming on Facebook, and they all just dropped their phones and kind of ran over. the referee threw up the X. The match was called off. No winner was announced at all. They brought the EMTs out. They took him to the hospital. And they gave us updates throughout the show, and it turns out that he has a concussion, which it could have been worse. We thought he might have broken his neck, because he hit pretty hard. It could have been worse. Why am I looking at the microphone? Sorry, guys. Sorry. It could have been a lot worse. At least he is able to. They did report that he was moving and able to function and everything. There is a picture on Kevin Owens' Twitter feed of, and I've retweeted it. It's Kevin Owens just smiling there, and Enzo and Cass are just kind of stood up. Enzo's all in his gown, and he's just like, "The hell's going on?" So at least he's moving around and everything. He does just have a concussion, which is still not great, because you know how they are about concussions, Daniel Bryan, and concussion lawsuits and concussion protocols. But at least he is okay at the moment. So again, I wouldn't call that the worst match on the card, simply because that happened, and then they had to stall for time later on because of that. But anyway, then we got to the Sami Zayn's Kevin Owens match. This could have been match of the night, and there's a reason why it's not match of the night. But amazing match, lots of Blue Thunder bombs, rolling sentons, pop-up power bombs. Kevin Owens wins. KO Payback. KO back, like I had said in the prediction video. KO back. And then, and he got cut as well. He cut on his nose. Did Kevin Owens. But then he went to the commentary desk, and he sat on commentary for The Miz and Cesaro's Intercontinental title match, which was an amazing match. It was so amazing. It was fantastic. I loved it. So yeah, that match happened. It was really good. I don't want to get too much into the specifics. If you have the network, go and watch the pay-per-view if you haven't. Obviously this is kind of ruin it for you if you haven't watched it. If you have, go back and watch how many uppercuts happened in that match. Also, something like 24 swings on the Miz, and then it looked like Cesaro was going to win, and then things took an interesting turn, because out came Sami Zayn, and he ran at the commentary desk and started going toe-to-toe with Kevin Owens again. In the middle of the Miz match, them two were just going at it, and it was amazing. So Cesaro looks like he's going to win. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens end up on the rope. So Miz is tapping out, and the ref goes to try to break up Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Miz wins with a slide roll-up. And then Cesaro Cesaro's pissed. He kind of gets out of the ring. But he's very pissed off at Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens start fighting back in the ring. Sami Zayn takes another pop-up powerbomb. Miz is in the ring. Owens looks at his old Intercontinental title. He goes to do a pop-up powerbomb on the Miz, but Maurice drags him out. And then Kevin Owens grabs the title with his teeth and just stands there angry. So if that doesn't confirm what the match will be at Elimination Chamber, at Extreme Rules, I'm not sure what does. It looks like it's going to be a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title: Cesaro, The Miz, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens, and that's gonna be amazing. Then we had, I'm just trying to go through and find out where our next match was, 'cause they had to cut out a match, basically. They had to stall for time. So next out was Ambrose and Jericho, and for the second straight pay-per-view, Dean Ambrose had the worst match of the pay-per-view. The worst match. And I just want to clarify excuse me, I just want to clarify, I am including the pre-show matches in this. It was the worst match of the night. It was still an okay match, it just wasn't good. Everyone gave so much effort in this pay-per-view. So much. It was ridiculous. I think actually the women's match came before this, but I want to get to women's match in a little bit. So yeah, this happened. It was boring. The ending was interesting, but other than that, it was a bit boring. Dean Ambrose won with the DDT, and that was pretty much it. I think they shook hands, and then Chris Jericho just walked to the back. So, yeah. Oh well. Now I'm going to get to the women's match. Natalya and Charlotte, with obviously Ric Flair and Bret Hart in the respective corners. I think I screwed that up. Okay, so what the hell? I guess this was an amazing match. Fantastic match. With an ending that makes sense. From a storyline perspective, it's amazing. From a throwback perspective, it's amazing. From a wrestling perspective, it's not the finish we wanted, but it will continue this Natalya Charlotte feud. But what an unexpected finish. What a finish where I went, holy shit. What the hell are they doing? So, if you didn't see the match, Charlotte had Natalya in a sharpshooter, right? King of the sharpshooters on the outside, Bret Hart, in a sharpshooter, and Natalya's just laying there like this. She's just got her hands out. She's not doing anything. She's just laid there. Okay, she's just laid there like this, and the camera's on her with her hands just like that. Or she's maybe like that, but she's not tapping. She's clearly not tapping. Want to make that 100% clear. They purposely made it so that you could see she wasn't tapping. And then Charles Robinson, the referee, calls for the bell. Runs the hell out of the ring, grabs the belt, thrusts it at Charlotte, and runs to the back. And Natalya is pissed. As you can imagine, commentators are like, what? She didn't tap. So what do? Bret Hart and Bret Hart gets in the ring, Natalya's in the ring. Bret Hart puts Ric Flair in the sharpshooter, and Natalya puts Charlotte in the sharpshooter, and they both tap out, obviously, it's kind of pop. But the actual finish of the match kind of reminds me of something that happened in Montreal. I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah, that's right. The exact same finish to Bret Hart, the Montreal Screwjob, where Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels had the sharpshooter on Bret Hart didn't tap, and they called for the bell. Yes, that was a screw job. Bret Hart actually got screwed. What did they do? Rework the Montreal Screwjob as an actual angle on Natalya, Bret Hart's, I think, niece or daughter. She's related to Bret Hart. Either way, she's Natalya Hart, I think. Anyway, wow, like that was great that it was a callback to the Montreal Screwjob. It was great that they did it like the exact same move, and it's just a great storyline for the Montreal Screwjob just re-happened last night in Chicago. The Chicago Screwjob. I loved it. People are going to be like, oh, you just reused the same thing. Yeah, they reused the same thing from 20 years ago. And the thing that happened 20 years ago was a shoot. Like, Bret Hart didn't know that was going to happen. This one was obviously worked, but still amazing. Like, this is going to continue this feud. And it's a better women's storyline than I hate you because you're a bitch. Like, now Natalya hates Charlotte because of the screw job. So, and Charles Robinson got involved. So, say what you want, screw job galore was was amazing. I guess that's all I've got to say about the women's match. The ending was just, I love that ending. And then, at some point before this, we had Vince come out, and this was weird, but he had to stall for time because we lost like a 15-minute match because of the tag team injury. So Vince McMahon comes out, and the crowd start chanting CM Punk, CM Punk. And Vince is standing in the ring, and then this happens. Vince starts going, come on, come on, come on, begging for it. So they start chanting CM Punk louder. Then they kind of die down. He starts talking about how he's going to pick someone to run Monday Night Raw. And then they start chanting CM Punk again. And Vince gets on the mic and goes, wow, we got a wild crowd here in Chicago. I'm going to see how long you can keep this up. And they're chanting CM Punk so loud. And what does Vince do? He just starts, and this is genius. This is CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, and he's just in the ring doing this to the chant, doing a bit of a dance. Just CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. For like a minute and a half, he's just like, and he's doing that. He's like, get louder, come on. He's on the mic. He's going, do it louder. Let's see how long you can go. He's clearly like, I need to stall for time. But it's so weird, just them chanting the CM Punk chants and him going, let's go, do it louder. Let's see how you can do this. It was amazing. And then, of course, he brought out Stephanie McMahon. She talked for way too long, but again, they just had to stall for time. I completely understand why they needed to keep going. And they were booing her, and Vince was like, I don't give a damn what these people think. I don't take what you guys say into consideration at all. Which, sometimes is true. Then Shane comes out. He shoots her for a little bit. He says, like, the reason he left was because they didn't want to go with his ideas, and he was getting very annoyed, so that's why he left the company. Which makes sense, because that's actually what happened. He was getting frustrated backstage, that he could tell that he was kind of being pushed out, so that's why he left. But then he started doing this funny thing, after saying, like, oh, you should listen to the fans. He put up loads of headlines about how great Shane was for WWE. And then he did this thing with his hand, and he was like, do you guys want Stephanie? Oh, we can't. There we go. They're like, you guys want Stephanie? And they were like, boo! And then he went, Ray! Boo! Ray! Boo! Ray! And then Vince went, yeah, well. And then everyone went, boo! It's like, I don't give a damn what you people think. This is about what I want, damn it! I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon! Ah! And then he goes, and it's part what we expected, it's part not the full expectedness. So there's no brand split. I want to clear that up. There is no brand split. But Shane McMahon and Stephanie will be co-running Raw, both with equal power. Now, obviously Stephanie actually has some power backstage, as does Triple H. I don't know if Shane does. I really hope he does. It would be nice to see him actually have some real power instead of just storyline power. And he exercised that power, as did Stephanie, later on in the night. AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. Great match. Great match. Great match. And I say that 3 times for a reason, because that match happened 3 times last night. So it starts, normal match. Forearms galore, it was great. AJ Styles was in control for quite a while. Forearm to Reigns through the table. Reigns was standing in front of the announcer table and they went through the table. Count starts, they're both on the table. Gets to 8. Gets to 9. AJ's got Reigns. Well, at 8, AJ's got Reigns on the outside. Yeah. It gets to 8. He drops Reigns. Yeah, like, he just couldn't get Reigns back in the ring. AJ Styles rolls in at the count of 9. Count of 10. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner by count out, AJ Styles. So, still the World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. And then you hear, here comes the money. Money, 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 money. And out comes Shane and says, that's not how a World Heavyweight Championship match is going to end. No, there will be no countouts. Restart the match. So no countouts now. Restarting the match. And I kind of knew where this was going to go the second time, but I'm still glad it happened. So the match continued for a while. Maybe another 5 minutes. Good match again. A lot of action. AJ Styles is on the top rope. Comes down. And Reigns Superman punches him pretty much in the crotch. and the ref calls for the bell, disqualification. Low blow. AJ Styles wins by disqualification and still your heavyweight champion, Roman Reigns. Out comes Stephanie McMahon. No. This isn't how a World Heavyweight Championship match will end. No disqualifications. No countouts. She walks off. So now it's no DQ. So people get thrown into some stairs, but then obviously I'm sitting there thinking, it's no DQ now. Yeah, Bullet Club might as well come on, run on down. So out came Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, and they beat up Reigns. And AJ doesn't seem all that mad about it. And then I think there's a 450 splash at this point. Yeah, 450 springboard, 450 splash. There's a lot of moves. There's so many moves that happened, like big moves. 1, 2, Reigns kicks out. Carlos and Luke Gallows are still on the outside, and out come the Usos to try and even things up. They start beating up. Luke Gallows and Carl Gallows. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. There we go. So that kind of evened the odds. So no Finn Balor. Finn Balor didn't come out at all. But the match continued. Fabulous forearm. 450 splash. 1, 2, kick out. Kick it. Now at this point, Reigns has probably gone for 3 pins on AJ, like actual pins, like near falls. And AJ's had like 10 near falls on Roman Reigns at this point. And I know, like, I knew that the finish was like, okay, Reigns wins. Let's be honest, okay. And I knew that the finish was gonna be Reigns wins, but I'm still sitting there going, oh, AJ might do this. They might pull a fast one. AJ might do. Oh, spear. No. Spear, 1, 2, 3. So the ending, yeah, it is what it is. You kind of knew it was going to happen, but they managed to tease it enough in the match that even though in my mind I knew Reigns was going to win without a shadow of a doubt, I was still going, let's go Styles! Oh my god, Styles might do this! 1, 2, 3. Oh, such a close kick out! For the love of God! Because there was 1, 2, like that close kick out, and then what does Styles do? Another forearm and like teases a Styles clash, and then a 450 splash, like springboard 450, and then another 1, 2. Oh my god, it's so close! This match, combined with the first 2 bits, was match of the night. Match of the year candidate. I mean, this was amazing. Greatest match I've seen in a while. Like, okay, if you guys have seen NXT and you guys have seen Shinsuke Nakamura against Sami Zayn, this match was better. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, this match was better. Miz Cesaro, this match was better. If I had to rank the matches, obviously it's AJ Styles, Reigns at the top, Sami Zayn next, the women's match immediately after that. I'm not going to rank the tag team because that kind of got thrown out. After that, it's Miz Cesaro, then Kalisto's match, then Baron Corbin's match, and then Ross Jericho match. But like those matches weren't bad. Like Sami Zayn's was better, obviously Sami Zayn's, and the women's match was better, and so was the main event, obviously. But the rest of them, you could have looked them all as one. They were all that good. Everyone gave it so much effort. When they said that Payback is a pay-per-view for a new era, they really meant that. Hang on, I'm just closing that there. Okay, well, I've been recording for 24 minutes now, guys, so I really need to wrap this up. But it was a pay-per-view for a new era. It felt new, it felt fresh, it felt like an NXT takeover. It felt like the best WWE pay-per-view I've seen in years. And that's saying something because it was Payback, a B show, and it wasn't. It was one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in so long. that I'm probably going to go and rewatch it again today. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you liked this video, if you enjoyed this video, destroy that like button and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see all you guys in the next video.